Hey guys, this is Big D Muscle Car and Hellcats, and today we have a legendary GT500. Boy, when I tell you guys this car is awesome, I say A to the Z. This car is awesome. And you know what the beautiful part about it is? I have a Hellcat, and this is GT500, and I love this car. Hands down, if I had to go back and choose, I wouldn't choose it over my Hellcat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. But it would be right there on the top of the list because this car is just phenomenal, inside and out, man. The design. Then you see why they took their time in designing this car, because they was competing against the Hellcats and the Camaros. And I tell you, they did an awesome job with this car, man. Awesome job with this car. This car is hands down one of those fresh ones. So here's again, guys. We got fresh meat on the hook. We got a GT500, and the owner of it, his name is Chad. I Big D Muscle Car and Hellcats, guys. We got Chad here, man. This is the owner of the GT500, and what he fixed to do, guys, he's fixed to show us the heart of it. He was just giving me some insights, and I'm finna ask him again the different versions of the motors of this GT500. Now, Chad, you said this is the
Predator motor. It's a 5.2. They do a Voodoo in the GT350, and then the GT has a Coyote. So the Predator motor is only for the GT500.
Now, the difference in the Predator and the Voodoo, they both are 5.2s. Am I correct?
I'm pretty sure they're both 5.2s. Obviously, in the 350, it's not supercharged, and this one is. And you know, you get like the little hand built with the etched signature from the guy that built the motor in the factory.
Wow.
So that's a pretty cool little thing to have.
Wow. Now, Chad, now you a different guy. Here's the deal. One reason why I say that, guys, I met Chad. Chad was coming down Market Street in Mexico, and he was coming down Market Street, and I did a turn. He was in a ZL1 Camaro.
Yeah.
And I was following him, trying to egg him on, but he had too many guys, and he didn't want to whoop my ass that day. I was in my Hellcat.
Yeah.
Lo and behold, meet Chad again. This is what he come out with. He come out with a GT500 and say, "Hey, where the Hellcat
at?" That's true. Yeah,
he said, "Hey,"
ready.
He said, "Now I'm ready for you. Where the Hellcat at?" But lo and behold, y'all, I had to go take the good hell back and go back to the drawing board, because I ain't gonna lie to you guys. When you look at the specs on these cars and what these cars are doing, this GT500 has came out and has hit the market real tremendously hard. You know, you're looking at 760 horsepower, 625 foot-pounds of torque. This car is really, if not beating that red eye, y'all. And you know, you got to give credit where credit due. I mean, Ford waited for a long time to release their cars, and this is what they came out with. Chad, compared to your ZL1, tell me the difference.
Well, I'm a bigger guy, so I feel like this definitely gives me a lot more room than the ZL1. My ZL1 was also a manual transmission, which I really thought I was going to miss. I've always really tried to have a manual car, and this has that dual clutch transmission. And I'll tell you, it's amazing. The shift on this thing is so fast. They say it's what, 100 milliseconds. It's faster than you can blink. Is what they're saying. So it shifts, I mean, just so fast, and the power's just there. So it makes me not miss a manual at all.
Wow.
I really thought I was going to miss it, but
and you know what, majority guys that come from driving manuals, they love the thrust and the feel of them doing something. But I had one guy I was interviewing a long time ago, and I told him, I says, "Man, you can have a manual car all you want to." I says, you're not going to outshift the automatic.
No, it's true.
You're not going to outshift it, because just as the technology they put in shifting them cars, especially how they got the mechanics of it, you know. And they said with this car here, with that dual clutch, it shifts so fast that, you know, you blink, he in another gear.
Yeah, and then right out of the box, it runs 10.6 and a quarter mile. I mean, you really can't complain about that.
No, you cannot.
I think the ZL1 was, I think it ran maybe a 10.9 or 11, maybe 11 flat, something like that. which was still a very fast car, but that was for an automatic. That was a 10-speed automatic. This one's a 7-speed dual clutch.
Now, is it true that they talking about put a 10-speed in this one?
Well, I don't know about that. I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that rumor.
Wow.
I can't imagine a 10-speed in this. I think it revs so high, having 10 speeds. I mean, it would be shifting way too much, I would think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think the gearing is just right on this car.
How's it on have you driven on the highway?
I have, yeah.
How's it on gas mileage?
It's terrible. I drive.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. To be perfectly honest, I can't keep my foot out of it. So most of the time, I mean, I feel like I'm just. It's got maybe 775 miles on it now. I probably filled the tank probably 10 or 11 times already. Yeah.
You can't keep.
I think it's getting around 8 miles to the gallon right now.
Now, compared to your ZL1.
Yeah.
And the mechanics of a ZL1, it's a track car. It annihilates guys on the track. This car was also introduced as a track car. How much of a comparison can you compare it to?
You know what? I haven't really had a chance to track this car yet, but I have watched a bunch of videos, and it does. I don't know if any of your fans are going to be C8 guys or not, but this does out-track a C8, which to me is pretty amazing.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen a video of this compared to the 1LE. Of course, all Camaro guys are going to refer back to that, what is it, the Nuremberg track where the ZL1 1LE made a record around that lap. And Ford is refusing to do that because they want to do it. They want to prove their time on U.S. soil, so they have not taken this car to that track yet. So Camaro guys are really sort of. Anytime you talk about tracking these cars versus a 1LE, that's what they're going to talk about is that track time. It's a super impressive track time. I think it's like, I mean, it's up there with amazing supercars.
Yeah. I think that Viper was one of them that Viper was on at that track and did real good.
Did it?
Yeah. The Viper.
I would imagine this car is going to do really well, probably really comparable. It's probably going to be too close once it finally happens, but I'm sure before too long we're going to see videos of this up against 1LEs, and I guess we'll see how it does.
Wow.
But for now, well, I guess that's all I can say is it does out-track a new C8.
By you having Chevys and always was so used to having Camaros and General Motor cars, for you to switch over to a Ford, what was so convincing of this car to make you switch over? It had to be something.
Well, after having Camaros for so long, I decided I really wanted to have something that I wouldn't normally just pick. Really, the ZL1 was probably the top of the line Camaro you could really get. So already having that, I didn't think there was anywhere else to really go other than a different company. So I was looking at Vipers. I'm too big for a Viper. I was looking at, oh boy, what else was I looking at? I was looking at the C8. I was looking at Gallardos, and I can't remember what else, one other car I was looking at. But this particular car just sort of kept popping up in my search, and it was such a hard car to come across that was close to MSRP. And then when I finally found one that was very close to MSRP, I couldn't pass it up. I said, well, you know, why not give it a try? I never really fell into that rivalry of Camaros versus Mustangs, and man, I'm so glad I got it.
Wow.
I really am. There's just nothing like it that I've driven so far.
Wow. Now you said you liked that C8.
I did look at the C8. Yeah, they have one at Lehman's. I looked at that one, and I think they were $37,000 over MSRP on it. And
that'll make you have heartburn.
Yeah, right. I made an offer on it, and they didn't take my offer, and I'm sort of glad they did, because I feel like this is a much better car. I mean, that car is fast, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's $495 NA, and I don't know, this one I feel like it's just already done. There's not much else you really got to do to it, and what you do to it, I mean, it's really going to put you over the top as far as horsepower.
I mean, you know, this car has been doing some things. It's a guy named Stang Mo. Shout out to Big Stang Mo. He has a lime green one, and he has done
the Hulk.
The Hulk.
Yep.
The Hulk. He has cammed his, cold air intake, tune. And I think he changed the pulley. And man, he has 1,000 horsepower, and basically, I think he's trying to call out demonology. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a bad Hellcat. But when I seen this here, me and my wife got back in my Hellcat. She said, baby, that's bad. I said, yeah, and I won't mess with it either. And I don't trim my collar down on too many cars, but I know for a fact that these cars are building horsepower so tremendously, especially with that small block. And they shifting so fast. So, you know, I gotta give good heads up to Fords. Now guys, I also want to say to y'all, I'm a Ford guy too. I'm not just a Mopar guy. I love Fords too. I had Fords back in the days. I had a 1988 LX. Back to what I was saying, guys. I had a 1988 LX. It was the LX Coupe with the 5.0, yeah. And it was the lightest version you can get because I had no AC. My friends, they had the LX and the GT, and I would always outrun them. I was beating a 350 IROC. I was beating a Corvette, but I couldn't do nothing with the Grand National.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't do nothing with the Grand National.
Turbocharged V6.
Yeah, that was the car, and a lot of people don't know, that's what the car that really brought horsepower back to America, was that 6-cylinder, you know, and that car started opening doors for a whole lot of cars, and actually it helped, you know, the lasting for the Mustangs and the Camaros. So when I sit back and I think about this car right here, the Hellcat in this car right here has done a lot to, you know, with American cars. I mean, because you got these German cars, you know, like that Mercedes-Benz E63 AMG, that's fast.
Yeah.
You know, you got the GTRs that fast. But I seen this on footage annihilating the GTR.
Yeah, that was actually the other car on my list that I was gonna look at, and man, yeah, it's a fast car for sure.
Yes,
but
it is.
American horsepower, that big old V8.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just not much that's gonna compare to it. Even the European supercars. I mean, they're cool. They really are, but they don't sound like this.
No.
Yeah.
No. Matter of fact, Chad, could you get him a cold start?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now, guys, when y'all hear this car start up, I ain't gonna lie to you. When you hear the roar from this car right here, oh my God. I'm gonna go back in the back.
Driving modes, maybe only 2 steering modes, and there's only 1 other mode for suspension. And that's one thing I'll say that my ZL1 had. It had like 5 different modes for steering, suspension. It sort of had a wide variety, where this does have a little bit less. But I mean, do you really need them?
No.
You either want to steer good, or you steer normal, or you want to have super tight steering for track.
Right.
I mean, that's fine with me. I don't need sport. I don't need touring.
How does the suspension feel to you compared to your Camaro?
It feels great. So far, it's super tight. Having the 305s in the front, I feel like makes a pretty big difference. As far as cornering, it's got 315s in the back. So, yeah, I mean, she just squats and goes.
Now,
I haven't hit any crowds yet.
Now, have you ever launched a Jack?
I did, yes. When I am taking it to Havana this Friday for the 8th mile times, and I did do a couple of runs out in the country. I tried the line lock, which is a ton of fun, and I did do launch control. I tried launch at 2300 RPM, and then I tried at 32, and I sort of settled around 28, but it launches really good.
You get a lot of spin, or was it hooking?
You know what? It does spin a little bit. These tires, they're not going to be the best for doing that. Also on country roads, there's a lot of rocks. But yeah, it did chirp them in 2nd and 3rd gear.
And lo and behold, guys, he has Michelin's on here compared to Dodge runs a Pirelli, but this is a more softer tire, a lot wider tire.
As far as I know, when you get the handling package, which just has, you get the front splitters, and you get the gurney for the gurney flap for the back spoiler, and you get these Michelins with that package.
And you get a lot of carbon fiber on this car. Ain't this a carbon fiber?
That is not carbon fiber.
That's
It's
not?
got carbon fiber on the dashboard.
Okay.
You can see in there it's got like a little plaque with my chassis number over there on the passenger side.
Oh yeah, right over there.
Yep.
Roomy. Is it roomy enough for you, Chad? I mean, you're a
so,
big
yeah.
guy, so is it roomy enough for you?
It feels great. I did try a GT350, and it had the Sport Recaro racing seats in it, which I really love the look of those. But being a bigger guy, I feel like it was tight quarters sitting in there.
Now some of these,
this does have, you know, the regular leather seats, which honestly I enjoy them a little bit more because they're air conditioned, they're heated.
wow.
You got lumbar. I'm okay with these seats.
Now, guys, lo and behold, Chad is a big guy. 6'3" easily,
Yeah.
big muscular guy,
Oh sure. Yeah.
and he said this car is roomy. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I look at this and then look at my Hellcat. It looks more roomy than my Hellcat.
Yeah. Go ahead and hop in.
Now look, y'all, I'm sitting back here now. I feel like a midget because I'm only 5'8" 3/4. Wow, this is awesome, man. I like this. I really truly like this.
And what I've noticed too with these seats, because when you do go to the track, you got to wear a helmet.
Yes, sir.
So even with my helmet on, I still have that headroom, which is a big deal.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. Chad, can I get you to take me for around a block in it?
Yeah, man.
Well,
I'm down.
I'm gonna take my car. All right, guys, we sitting in the GT500. Now, this is my first time ever being in one, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Just sitting over here, this seat is comfortable.
Yeah, it's not bad.
This seat is comfortable. I mean, you can look over here at you and see that you comfortable and you got room. You're not swaying. I mean, wow, this is all right.
All right.
It feels tight.
It does. I really like the way they have this all set up. In my ZL1, you had to like hit a magic combination of buttons to really open up the race options for that car. This one, you get a snake button, a little cobra button right here on your steering wheel. You hit that, and it's got all your stuff right here. So you just, line lock is right there. On a ZL1, I mean, you had to like push and hold down the traction control button for like 3 seconds, and then hit sport mode, and then it would finally open up something, and then you had to like scroll 2 or 3 screens.
You didn't have to go to school.
It really was crazy. They did not want you to find all that stuff on the ZL1. And any Camaro guy that's going to be watching your video, they're going to be like, you know what, man, you're right. It's kind of a pain in the butt to find all that stuff. But this, they made it super easy. You just click that button, and it's right there. Line lock, it's so easy to engage. You got your suspension button right here, steering button. You can just change all that stuff. And then you can just, to go to manual mode, you just hit that button, and there you go. Now you can just shift, use the magnesium paddle shifters.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because with my channel, I want folks to know the true meaning of a car. I don't want to persuade persons, hey man, you should just go with this. No, when you find out information about a car, you open people up to say, hey man, I'm gonna try that out. You know, because they be so biased just to their own car.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man, this car right here already has overwhelmed me, man, just sitting in this car.
I think in your Hellcat, when you switch modes, does it change all the displays?
Yeah.
It does, yeah. This sort of does the same thing. So you go to, let's see. If we go to just normal, we'll go to sport mode. You can see it changes that.
Ooh.
And then you go to normal, and it goes to dual side.
Now my eyes will open up that. I likes that.
Yeah. course, I was just keeping track mode.
You like me.
Yeah.
I just like that one mode.
Yeah.
So the car gets so used to just that one mode, constantly just switching out.
Yeah.
Man, look at this car. It feels so good, man. Carroll Chevy.
Yeah, I'm not sure where you want me to drive. I guess I should have went the other way out to the country roads. Huh?
Hey, I'm just enjoying the whole ride itself.
Yeah.
Just the feel of this car, man. I tell you.
I don't know if I should do 100 miles an hour on turns on your video.
In Mexico.
Yeah, right, in Mexico, yeah. Yeah.
Man, I tell you, I like this, man.
Another cool feature is because it is an automatic, you know, you're in drive. If you just hold in both shifters, it'll let you rev.
It's almost like you went into neutral.
It pulls it into neutral, yeah.
Wow. They say this dual clutch transmission is something else.
It really is, yeah.
Like the way the transmission shifts down.
Yeah, I mean it rev matches by itself. My ZL1 did do that, which was a nice feature, but yeah, man, this just doing it all for you makes it nice.
Especially when a person is used to driving manual.
You see what I mean? It revs up so high. You almost, I always just feel like I need to shift it.
Good cool, do. This car feel like it got more than 760 horsepower.
I feel like when you put it into drag racing mode, that's where you get the most. Did you hear the tone?
Yeah. Why they so tough towards a Hellcat? This motor revs up so high. Now I see why you get bad gas mileage. Next summer you doing that race
Power tour.
The power tour.
Hot rod power tour, yeah.
You know what, Chad? I'm gonna commit myself to it.
I hope you do, man.
I'm gonna go.
It's gonna be so much fun. 20,000 cars typically do it. It'll be my first year. I signed up for this previous year, but it got canceled due to COVID.
Okay.
But yeah, you get to do 7 states in 7 days. You basically race your car, do a car show, and then you drive to the next state, next city, next state. Yeah. So for a car guy, it's like the perfect opportunity.
And you have to drive your car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You get to you get like a little ticket. You got to check in, get your ticket stamped, and then of course at the end you sort of get a big package, you know, that you got, you know, you did it. So you get, you know, a hat or plate or whatever their gifts are. I wish I could have done it in my ZL1.
I think this would be a better result right here.
I think you're right.
get to, and then on top of that, you're on the highway, you can relax and put it out, you know, compared to that stick shift. Power so fast.
I know it'll do 0 to 100 back to 0 in 10 seconds. And that's due to those giant front brakes.
Yeah, they got some big brakes on this car.
I think they're 16.5 or 17-inch rotors.
Matter of fact, they got the biggest brakes in any car out now, damn thing.
Yeah, they said it's the biggest rotors on an American production car.
Wow. Chad, this car feels good, man. Yeah. You made a good choice. This car feels good.
My wife would say otherwise, but I agree with you.
She don't like it?
Well, I think she likes it, but I don't think she likes how much it was.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah.
My wife said the same thing when she found out how much money I just put into my Hellcat. What'd you do that for?
Yeah.
But they had no problem shopping, but you know.
Yeah, right. A little off-roading. So when I had my 3rd gen Camaro and I did an LS1 swap in it, this is where I would go to do some burnouts. So up here it's a whole bunch of burnouts. Oh boy, it's a rough one.
Yeah.
I would do a launch here, but there's a giant pothole right ahead.
No.
I do not want to.
No, we don't need no damage on this here. No.
Yeah. But you can see these were all me and my 3rd gen.
This car is tight. It really, really is tight. I like the different tones you can listen to on this car too. Chad, what's your expectations as far as doing in the 8th mile?
You know, it does have a built-in sort of timer. Then when I was doing a few test runs on a country road in Mexico, I pulled an 8 flat, which really isn't that bad considering there was gravel and the tires that's on it. It was a hot day. I was already sort of beating on the car, so
temperature was up on it.
Yeah. So I think to do an 8 flat wasn't too bad, but I'm really hoping once I get on a nice sticky road, I'm gonna pull some high 6s. Is what I'm gonna shoot for.
And you haven't decided if you're gonna do any type of different modifications to it?
I do have the JLT intake is gonna be here tomorrow, and that's they say that's bolting on an extra 40. We'll see how it does. It's been tested and proven on a dyno, so hopefully it'll be true. I don't know if I really need it, but I'm excited for it.
You talking about the JLT cold air intake?
Yeah, cold air intake.
Yeah,
it's
they make a good one.
It's a 6-inch pipe.
Wow.
Yeah, big intake.
Have you thought about changing the pulley?
No, not yet. I think I'm gonna wait until probably after Power Tour before I really do any sort of changes past that intake. Of course, who knows? I might get really bored through the winter and do something then.
Guys, I want to tell y'all, man, I went for a ride in this car, and this car is phenomenal, man. This car is phenomenal. I'm not going to cash down my Hellcat, but this car is now I see why the competitive market is so tight, because this car is tremendous. He was doing little small pulls on it, and this car gets up, man. This car gets up and go. It feels like it's more than 760 horsepower. This car really gets up and go, and you feel the tightness of it. Each shift is just bam, 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 bam. It's up there, man. I tell you, it's up there. Chad, I want to thank you, man, so much, man.
Absolutely.
I thank you. I thank you for allowing me to come over here and review your car, man, and you taking me for a ride with it. But don't embarrass me when we go on that tour, right? So
that's just all for fun.
Don't start your channel and say, look, let's kill his Hellcat. Let's kill the hell out of this Hellcat.
Would you do the power tour with the Hellcat?
Yes, I will. That's the only way I can go.
Okay.
Because I love driving my car on the highway. I love driving my car on the highway because it feels so good. I just take it and put it in default mode, and it just relaxes the car. Yeah. And I love the way it just it just relaxes, and and I get good gas mileage out of it. But I would definitely do that. No problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the option. I could have brought my car to each state with my trailer, but I was like, no. I said, no, I can do that, man. That'll be fun. That'll be fun.
It is fun, and like I said, I don't know if you've gone on the website yet to look at the different packages.
No, because I'm gonna get on it now.
It's a wide range of, like, you could just do, if you just want to do 1 or 2 cities, you could buy a pass for just 1 or 2 days. Or you could do the full package, or you could just do they call it the long haul, where it's basically like a cannonball run where you just check in at each stop and get your check mark, and you're off to the next one. Yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do with it, but if you're a car guy, just going out for a whole week, nothing but cars, that's where I want to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the invite and go. Yeah. 1320 does it a lot.
Okay, yeah.
They do it a lot.
Yeah. Well, the Roadkill guys, they usually do it. Mm-hmm. And it is sponsored by Hot Rod Magazine. So
yep, it is. Yeah. It's sponsored by Hot Rod Magazine. Well, guys, this is Big D Muscle Car and Hellcats, man. I want to thank Chad one more time. Big shout out for Chad for letting me come over here and seeing his GT500. I'm convinced, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm convinced. It's not just a competitor. It could be a slight edge with this car compared to a Hellcat. The red eye, I think they would they tit for tat. I mean, they tit for tat. But if you after filling this car and riding it, this car is tremendous. Ford did a good job with this car. So guys, stay tuned. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Hey, comment, tell me if you want to get more reviews on different cars. I'm willing, because I'm a car guy. I love cars. I'm not just a Mustang guy and a Hellcat guy, Camaro guy. I love all kind of cars. So we're gonna sign out. You guys have a blessed day. Don't forget to vote. Stay safe, practice social distancing, and thanks a lot, Jack.
Absolutely, thank you.
I appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah.
Big D Muscle Car and Hellcat, guys. This is me again, once again, man. Signing off again. I want to say a special shout out to Chad, man. Chad took time out of his day, man, to let me get footage on his car, man, and talk to him. Awesome guy, man. And just his heart, man. Tremendous person. Guys, I want to say, man, sometimes we be so biased to cars that's, that we tend to lean towards too, and that my Hellcat is awesome, but to ride in something else and really get the feel of it, he even offered me to drive it, and I was like, no, and I appreciate that, man. That goes to show you what type of person he is. He's just a beautiful person inside and out. That car is tremendous, man. That GT500, they did their work on that car, man. They did an awesome job on that car. My Hellcat has upgrades done to it. That what makes it, fast, or just as fast, maybe more faster. But, that car is tight. They got a lot of options on it, that's really tremendous. Hey, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, guys. Big D Motor Car and Hellcats, man. Big D Muscle Car and Hellcats. support, man. I really would appreciate it, man. You know, we're gonna be putting some more footage out there, man. We wanna reach the car freaks, the car guys, the car enthusiasts. We want to reach them. We want to talk to them. But we just, like I said, we just don't want to talk about cars, man. We want to talk about life in general. You know, I want to help support the men. You know, men that struggle with things, man. Because I was at one point in time, I used to struggle, man. But God really, truly, tremendously blessed me, man. And when I try to stay positive, even with something that's bothering me, man, you know, I have to look at it. You know, hey, man, you know, keep pushing, keep striving, man. You know, gotta get us through this thing. You know, just even with this pandemic, this too should pass. This too should pass. You know, once again, guys, y'all stay safe. Social, physical distance. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. You know, hand sanitizers. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. You guys have a blessed day. Look forward to hearing from you again, man. Please go to my channel, man. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification button. We want to hear from you, man. Y'all be blessed and take care.